So we wanted a used EV, and the cheapest way of doing that is through an auction, and there's no one I would trust more to do that than Eco Cars in Orkney. You give them a budget and an idea what EVs you want, and then they search auctions around the UK. So what did we pick in the end? I'm at Paddington Station and I'm going to go to Aston Barclay auction house in Westbury, and I'm going to go there to pick up the mystery new car, or used car I should say, that's new to us. Here I am at Westbury Station, and now I've got to find the industrial estate where Aston Barclay auction house is. Here we are then, Aston Barclay. Hopefully they've charged it to 100%, although when I saw the listing on the auction website, it was already at 100% anyway, so unless they've driven it around Westbury, I think it will be okay. There's the entrance over there. Okay, so the process is quite easy really. On their invoice from the auction house there's a release code. You just go to the receptionist, give the release code to them, and then they go to get the car. I'm just going to wait near the gate. But before I drive it out, I'm just going to check over the car and make sure it's all okay. When thinking about cost, range and remaining warranty, there's really nothing that can compete with the Kia e-Niro. We used to have one and we loved it. So we looked at various colours, but you wanted white. It attracts flies and gets dirty quickly.
I wanted white because in the summer it's the best car to have.
Because the Tesla that you did have, I rented, was super boiling.
It was boiling, and yeah, because it was black. Yeah, it was boiling, but also because it had glass on the top. Anyway, apparently white is not a very popular colour, so you can get them a little bit cheaper.
Because it's a bit ugly, but it's still fine. I don't care, but as I said in another video, external appearance doesn't matter to me. It's functionality that's the important bit. So how cool it will be in the summer as compared to a grey or black car or blue car, you know. So
in the end we got one for 18,100. That's a 2020 e-Niro 4 trim with 46,000 miles.
Kia, it's about 46,000 miles, okay, someone sound of 15.5, 15.5. 15.9, 15,100 pound, 15.9, 15.9, 15.9, 15,100 over 15.9, 16.4, 16.4, 16.6, 16.6, 16.7, 8, 9, 16.9, 17 bit 1, 17.1, 17.1, 17.2, 3, 17.3, 4, 5 online, 6 on there, 17.6, 17.7, 17.7, 17.8, 17.9, 17.9, 8, 17.9, 17.9, 18, 1, 18, 1, 18.1 sold, 18.1.
On top of that, there's EcoCar's search fee of 120 and a sales fee of 360. That all includes VAT. And if you talk to them, they're very transparent about the fees and they go through all that with you. So it's £19,128.89 altogether for a 2020 white e-Niro. So the auction process is all quite simple. We could have had it delivered, but that would have been about £500 to get it from Westbury. It was lovely weather at the time when we got it, so I went and picked it up. So on the list of things to check, keys, well, the web listing says there was one, but there's actually two. The V5, that's the registration document, they've given me that. That's in that envelope there. Locking wheel nut, let's check that. Okay, great. So there's the locking wheel nut. And check all doors and the boot and the bonnet catch to make sure they open and close properly. So we'll do that. And now we just need to check the damage here, and I can see one of them there. It's in great condition, just a few small dents which you would expect because you know, it's been lived in for quite a while, and one on the windscreen, but that can be fixed with a smart repair if you wanted to. And if you do go through auctions, they show you all these little imperfections and you get a really good detailed list as well. Charging cables and mats, it's all fine. So the rear bumper, poor previous repair, it said. But Can't see anything bad on there. So, unless I'm missing something. Right around there. Don't know. Seems fine to me. So it's all good. Let's close up. There's another slight dent there. There. That's where the seatbelt catches when the door closes. On the near side front wheel, you can see there's a little bit chipped there. But other than that, they should all be fine. So 46,080 miles. There's a very, very small dent in the windscreen, but that can be repaired with a smart repair. And let's just open the bonnet. That all seems fine in there. Okay. So nice to be back in the Niro again. Can't even remember what the on button is. There we go. Oh, it's so nice. Now it says 293 miles, but that's where it's been pottering around here for a while, and so I'm not going to get that on the motorway. I reckon I can get back without charging.
Proceed to the route.
177 miles. I mean, so yeah, absolutely fine. Well, this is exciting having the Niro back again. So the steering wheel feels a little bit different to the one I used to have. That's going to take a little bit of getting used to. Listen, there's a little bit of kind of grinding.
Turn left, then turn right onto Brook Lane.
Tiny bit of grinding on the wheel as it goes round, but I think that's just where it's been parked for so long. So I think by the time I get home, that probably would have gone.
Turn right onto Brook Lane, then turn right.
3 hours 17 to get home. The funny thing about the Niro is that I've driven quite a few cars, driven quite a few EVs, I should say.
At the roundabout, continue onto Station Road.
And really nothing much comes close to the Niro in terms of like the full package. It's so efficient. There's plenty of space in the car, but it's not actually too big. It doesn't feel like a massive SUV or anything. Bit of grinding on the brakes there, but it's fine. To be expected, I think. Yeah, so it's a great all-round car. Its only downside probably is the fact that its charge is quite slow, relatively slow compared to a lot of other modern EVs now. So it only charges at a maximum of 77 kilowatts. The Peugeot e-208 I had recently was 100 kilowatts, so actually that you got more miles with the Peugeot. When you're charging, you got more miles with that than you do with this when you're charging. But there's not much in it. I mean, this is still a more efficient car. So it just, yeah, it's still, as an all-round package, it's great. It's really powerful as well. So if you stick it in sport mode, it really takes off. And it's quite surprising.
Turn right onto Haynes Road.
But I mean, arguably the best thing about the Niro is the fact that you get such a good range.
Turn right onto Warminster Road.
Kia say it's 280, is that 280, 282, I can't remember what they say, but that's what they say, and that's actually quite a realistic figure generally if you're doing kind of mixed driving. That's pretty realistic.
At the roundabout, turn right onto Warminster Road.
If anything, I got more than that most of the time when we used to have one. And it's helped by the fact that this has a heat pump, this model. And so it's really efficient in winter. Just to give you an idea how efficient this car is, I'm doing 70 miles an hour and I'm getting 4.3 miles to the kilowatt hour. There are not many EVs that are that efficient, honestly. There's something about driving Kia and Hyundai cars that just feels right, I think. I don't know whether it's because I had the Kia e-Niro years ago, so I'm kind of used to it, and I mean, it wasn't the first electric car I got because it was a Nissan Leaf, but it's just, there's something about the Niro that just, it's so good. Like everything, you know, buttons are in the right place. I mean, it has buttons, they're in the right place, and the cruise control, the adaptive cruise control, is brilliant. The way it regulates you with the car in front, keeps you in the lane and everything. I mean, I'm hardly doing anything this whole drive. And I know a lot of other electric cars have it, a lot of other cars have that, but it's just the whole package. That's what
70 mile per hour speed limit.
That's what I keep coming back to. The whole package is great. And the other thing, I mean, compared to the first edition that I used to have, this is the 4 trim, and this has a really nice widescreen big display, which is fantastic. Yeah, my only issue with it is that I'm used to grabbing onto something when I'm using a touchscreen when I'm driving, and this, it's kind of just stuck there and you can't really grab onto anything particularly. So, but anyway, that's one small niggle. The sound system is really good, and I've been testing that out with the album Leftism by Left Field, which is one of my favourites for saying how good the bass is. I mean, this is really good. These are JBL speakers. But yeah, I mean, also I've got 225 miles of range still, and I've been driving for what feels like an hour and 20 minutes or something like that. And I've got 2 hours to go still, another 98 miles. So it just keeps on going, this car. I've never seen a hot air balloon in the shape of an elephant before. Despite having lumbar support, I'm suffering a little bit from a bad back, and I've been thinking about it. And I'm thinking, why is that, you know? And it's because I've been driving for so long without stopping, whereas I'm used to pretty much every other EV I've had for a long time. I've had to stop and charge on this sort of journey, but not this one. In fact, it's still going strong. Well, I'm back home, and I've got 41% battery left with 121 miles of range, and I've driven exactly 180, no, a bit more than 180 miles. So that means this car really is a 300 mile EV, and that's mostly motorway driving I was doing. It's had a recent MOT, it's all good apart from the front tyres. So these are the tyres that it's got at the moment. I'm going to change these for all season tyres. These are Michelin Primacy 4s. So I've replaced those with black circles. You can say something?
What black circles?
Oh, Black Circles is the name of a company, and you can either buy tyres and then go to a place to get them fitted, or they'll come and actually do it on your driveway. So that's what I did, which is really good actually. And these are the new tyres. So obviously £19,100 all in. I know it's not cheap, but Kia's warranty is 7 years. So for a 300 mile EV with 4 years of warranty left, that's really good value, I think.
Can't you buy a new one with 20k?
No, new ones are what, 35,000? 34,000? They're a lot, yeah. So we had an e-Niro for a couple of years with a lease a while back. I did Land's End John O'Groats in it, drove to Italy in it.
Evviva baby! Attenta non fa male tua sorella. Aurelia, guarda. Evviva!
It's a car that we're really fond of, so it's great to have one back in the family. And in fact, we've had both the e-Niro and the Leaf before, so it's funny that we've ended up with both of them again. And talking of the Leaf, are we keeping it?
Of course we are.
Of course we are.
It's good to have 2 cars.
Yeah, it is.
You know, if you need.
And I like the Leaf.
So when we were looking at used EVs, one of the things that you mentioned was battery health. Like, you know, if it's a used EV, is the battery still okay? Because that's something that you've seen on Facebook probably being shared by people in your family, right? Like after 3 years, the battery ends up in landfill and stuff like that. Yeah, you must see stuff like that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Playing strawberry.
No, my love. No, we're not sitting here with a bloody chicken. So there's a lot of anti-EV stuff in the media.
Sì, sì, va a prendere.
No, don't get. No, don't bring the chicken.
Dai, continue.
There's a lot of anti-EV stuff in the media, and it's repeated by people who don't know any better. And one of the common tropes is that EV batteries have to go into landfill after a few years, which they obviously don't, because that would be stupid. Auction houses don't yet check the battery health, but I plugged in my little OBD dongle when I got it home, and lo and behold, the usable battery is still at 100% after 3 years. So the picture on the auction listing was showing over 300 miles actually, so I knew that the battery health was absolutely fine. But that does just go to show how good batteries are and how long they last. 46,000 miles and no meaningful degradation. What about the 12-volt battery? That's absolutely perfect. I've installed a battery monitor that I've used before and it seems absolutely fine. Insurance is something that's a big hot topic at the moment, and can't believe she's bought.
Vedete che stroberina! Strawberry! Strawberry!
What? So the other big thing in the press at the moment is insurance, which is apparently ridiculously bad for EVs. And last time we had the e-Niro, the insurance was £485. And that was in 2020, and it's £677 this year. That's the cheapest quote that I got, and that's actually with no claims bonus as well, because that's being used on the Leaf. So insurance has not gone up that much, really, not for the e-Niro anyway. We've done finance on this, but we've done it through the business because Flaviana didn't want us doing personal finance on it, because we're going to move house and then that would affect our affordability, so we're doing it through the business. For tax reasons, it's better to get a new EV through the business and not a used one, but hey ho, that's what we did. So now we've got the Niro. Are you both happy with it?
Yes. And strawberries too.
So since getting the... She's gonna poo on me.
She's not.
So since getting the Niro, we've yet to rapid charge it. Which is the benefit of having such a good long-range EV. We drove to Norwich and back, which is 326 miles, just relying on slow chargers in the car parks while we were shopping. Not often you see an AC charger with contactless payment. Great. And we also drove to Flaviana's sister's place in London at Christmas, which is 212-mile round trip. We left with 95%, got back with 8%. It's very distracting.
No, it's not. Guys, just do it.
Okay. Anyway, that's all I have to say on the matter. So
it's a good car. It's reliable. It's nice and bulky. It's nice to drive. It has warming seats. The warming
steering wheel, heated steering wheel's amazing. Yeah.
It's comfortable, big enough. It's a perfect car, really.
So I just wanted to do an addition to the video, just because I completely forgot that we may have glossed over some things. We're on the way back actually from seeing my folks in Dorset. Flaviana's just driving, and we're in the Niro, of course. So a few people are probably going to wonder why we went for the e-Niro instead of the Tesla Model 3, and I kind of mentioned it very briefly, but it's partly the warranty, because the e-Niro has such a good warranty, several years left on it. The Tesla warranty is 3 years, I think. I'll flash up on screen, it might be 3 or 4 years, I can't remember now, but anyway, so the Kia warranty is much better, as would be a Hyundai, but Kia is the best actually, with 7 years. So that's one of the big reasons, because if you're getting a car at auction, you don't know what it's going to be like. You can't go back to a dealer, can you? So you need to know the car is good, and with that big warranty, that certainly makes things a little bit more relaxed for you. So that's one reason. Second reason is it's hard to find a long-range Model 3 for the budget that we were looking at. So we went down to, we got this for 18,100, fees on top of that, so 19,000 whatever. It's very difficult to find a long-range Model 3 unless it's a very high mileage one. And then of course the higher mileage it is, the more chance there is of something going wrong, even though Teslas are pretty reliable in the grand scheme of things. All electric cars are pretty reliable, and I would rather get a high mileage EV than I would a high mileage ICE car, to be honest. And more people will say, why not the Model Y? And well, it's the same thing applies. The Model Y is a very expensive Flaviana loved the Model Y. See the video if you haven't already. But yeah, also you can't get any Model Ys that cheap yet. And also, personally, I prefer the e-Niro to the Tesla, just because I like buttons, as you will have seen probably from our Italy video. So you know, Teslas are great for many reasons, but I just personally prefer buttons. And are you happy, darling, driving it? Yeah, that was a if you didn't hear that.
That it's narrower than the Model 3. It's more compact.
Yeah, it is, yes. So it's kind of easier to park and drive on narrow roads, yeah.
I mean, if we were a family that was regularly doing long distance trips, then probably would have made sense to have the Model 3 because of ease of charge. But since we never go anywhere really, you know, this makes more sense.
So you don't wish we'd spent £2,000 more and got a Model 3?
No, I'm fine. You know, as I said, you know, it's functionality that matters for me, and that does the job, so I'm happy with it. But 20k is a lot, so I'm looking forward to selling it just to buy something nice for 20k, like a holiday or something.
Holiday?
Dagli una pizzetta,
No,
strawberry.
no, don't let her have any of that. Don't give her. Anyway, that's the end of the video, I think. So thank you very much for watching. If you've got any things you want me to test in the Niro, then let me know. It's lovely having one again after a couple of years. And I think that's it for now. So thanks for watching.
I said, wait, Strawberry wants to say goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Cockadoo. Go, go, go.
Ah!
Aspetta che schiacci Strawberry. Ok.
My God. I'm not going to be happy if she does a turd on my head.
Strawberry and Mr. V want to say goodbye. If you want to see more chicken content,
Then
ora
go
io
to
non
another
fare
channel.
niente,
A lovely Niro.
Vroom, vroom.
God, it's such a mess. I vacuumed it the other day. Anyway, here it is. It's a shame that it had that Zen on the back, didn't it?
It
Do you
doesn't
remember?
anymore.
Then it came off in the car wash.
Ah.
Yeah. Just there. It used to say Zen, which was something that the auction house wrote on it, because this used to be a lease car from Zenith. So they shortened it to Zen, and it looked really cool, looked like a little logo. So I was hoping it would stay there. That would be a bad idea.
And you just have to press it once if you want to remove the annoying...
No, the lane keep assist,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
just cling and cling. Ready here? Cling and cling. You don't have to keep it pressed. You don't have to... It's just one
Yeah.
of those things that is
That's
so
true.
annoying in many cars. But here, to remove it, you just do that.
Yep.
Very nice.
Also, it's got the vest button if you want to turn off the sound. I don't think the new ones have that.
All good.
It is all good. It's a lovely car. Let's have a look at the back. Really decent back seats, I think. And then probably a mess in here, is it? Oh, it's not too bad. And a good sized boot. Such a fantastic car, and £19,000 is, I think, pretty good for a 300-mile EV.
Bye!
Thank you for watching. Please press subscribe and the like icon and all the rest of it. We'll do a proper chicken update soon. Bye for now.